you know, according to international law, it's sufficient to feel that you would be under threat and to be threatened by an imprisonment in the country where you had lived before to be granted political asylum, even if there is no evidence. It is an evidence in itself. And we have enough material showing that those who have been sent back to China have immediately been arrested, sent to prison, beaten, and then sometimes have totally disappeared and nobody knows where they are, whatever their faith. They may be Protestant or Buddhist or Muslims and so on. It's a general practice in that country. So we have heard of some cases of people who had been, whose application had been rejected, and they decided voluntarily to go back to China. They were arrested immediately. And we have also other testimonies of people professing another faith that are persecuted in China. So we don't need more evidence than that. I mean, not we, human rights organization, but those in France, in Italy, or in Germany who decide that you must go back to your country and that your application must be rejected. No, there is no evidence about the lack of persecution that they claim concerning your religious group. There is no evidence of abuse of the refugee status by people of your group. I cannot understand that serious national institutions dealing with asylum applications can use such a poor and weak argument. No, really, they need to read what we have published in the last few months about your group, about the reality that you would face if you were sent back to your country. And I hope, really, that we will manage to give a lot of visibility to this message. We are engaged in that sort of activity and advocacy to really convince the authorities of the member states of the European Union that they must revise and correct their perception of the situation of your group and not make any problem, not make any difficulty when the time has come to grant asylum to your people. South Korea is a democratic country, like all the members of the European Union, like the United States and many others. So they should abide by international law. They have signed and ratified a number of international standards, and they should not send back those 150 people of your group to China. I think they want to be blind. And to be deaf, not to see and not to hear anything that is written and spread around about the situation of your group. So we have sent already a message to the South Korean authorities saying, please, don't send them back to China. You send them to jail and maybe to death.